For the millions of British holidaymakers who hit the Spanish islands, the last thing they think they need to pack alongside their swimwear is a first aid kit. But for thousands of unsuspecting sunseekers, the sun cream and sangria can all too easily be replaced by illness and injury. Over at the Juaneda Clinic in Mallorca, little Laura Kells has been in hospital for over 4 hours. She's had an X-ray on her foot following a poolside slip-up. The wait for the result is over, and it's a shocker.
Fourth broke.
Oh, it's broken. Four little breaks.
Mum is dumbstruck by the news.
You stay there.
Here, 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 here. Immobilization for 10 days.
No walking for 10 days, Laura.
Sorry.
Okay. I just think brave girl. 1, 2, 3, 4.
My big toe, my middle-sized toe. Only these couple toes.
The breaks mean one thing, a plaster cast.
What's for?
What's that for, Mummy?
It's to stop you from using the foot, Laura.
So it doesn't feel like you're walking.
And Laura is bemused by all the attention her foot is getting.
I like this part.
With the cast complete, the next big test arrives. Whether the tot can handle a set of kiddie crutches.
You want to go back in the chair?
It's been a big day for Laura. And now the family must head back to the hotel and do their best to continue their holiday. Despite breaking her foot, nothing's going to put the brakes on this little Miss Sunshine enjoying the rest of her holiday.
What have you enjoyed the most, Laura, about the holiday?
Leg.
Oh, when you broke your leg, was that the best bit or the worst bit?
Best.
The best. Laura, we can't use the crutches, can we? We've practiced, but she's just too little and too wobbly. If she could have both feet on the ground, maybe, but not with one foot on the ground.
As Laura and her mum keep their family holiday on a roll. Over in Ibiza's San Antonio clinic, a boy's holiday has had the brakes slammed on it. 2 lads have just sauntered into A&E after one of them, 26-year-old Paul Baltrop, took a painful walk on the wild side.
I literally come out the shower, he jumped in, and I was just basically getting myself dressed. I trod on glass, and basically straight into my big toe, loads of blood.
He goes, come out here quickly. So I wrapped a towel around and all I see is blood everywhere. So I just quickly bunged some clothes on and went down to reception. Got some alcohol stuff, some other stuff, and a towel.
Unbelievably, it's not Paul's first visit to casualty today.
I came in on, was it Wednesday?
Wednesday.
He came in earlier today and now.
Yeah, 2 trips in one day. You can't beat it.
What do you mean, 2 trips in one day?
I was in here earlier with laryngitis and torn vocal cords, so screaming and shouting. So, yeah, I'm talking in quite a bit of pain at the moment. Both ends of my body now.
And there was an even greater disaster in store for the accident-prone pals.
Well, I had my drink spiked Tuesday night.
Both drinks spiked,
with
yeah.
God knows what.
The pair are stunned by the bad luck that has befallen them on their trip.
This holiday,
Yeah.
You can't describe it, it's just mental.
Absolutely good.
Mental.
Mental, yeah, sweatbox. This is me.
Paul's waiting time is up and he's called to the treatment room. As his glassed foot is given the once-over by the medics, mate Paul steps outside for a breather.
The only time we've been out the hotel room is to get food, water, beer, or cigarettes, or to play a few games of pool. And I've only been swimming twice, and I've been here 10 nights. You can't beat this island. You can walk out the door, the hotel room, you don't know what's going to happen. You're thinking, what the hell is going to happen tonight?
But the lads' catalogue of disasters pales in comparison to the life-threatening disaster being faced by another tourist whose holiday is in ruins. Back at the Juaneda Clinic in Mallorca, Paul Proudfoot is preparing to undergo life-saving heart surgery. Wife Bridget and sister Carmel put on sterile gowns before visiting Paul in intensive care.
You're doing a good shave, Bab. He's not like you. He's strong, ain't you, Bab? Eh?
He's a little man, but he's a strong man.
As the family comfort Paul, welfare officer Debbie arrives to outline his treatment plan.
The doctor's just explaining to me that hopefully at 4 o'clock
you should be going for your arteriograph, okay? So it might be a good idea if you want to hang around the hospital, because it'll take about an hour, and then afterwards you
The family is staying on the other side of the island. Being reliant on public transport, it's a mammoth trek back and forth to the hospital, and they have to make the tough decision whether to stay with Paul or return to the hotel.
We're nearly 2 hours on the coach, and then you get off the coach, and you got to get a taxi back, and then you got. And what was it like yesterday? We went to the coach station. Oh God, I was squished up against the bleeding coach and everything. They were pushing you, shoving, trying to get on.
The girls give Paul a big pep talk, knowing he needs all the reassurance he can get.
You haven't got to worry about nothing. Just want to get yourself better.
Just stop getting stressed, because I tell you now, if you don't, you'll be in there a lot longer.
He's all right now, but he's going to have to sit the surgeon now.
The moment has arrived.
Get him to call me.
The family leave and Paul is taken down to surgery. The operation will be performed via keyhole surgery. The cardiologist knows that having suffered 3 heart attacks in succession, Paul only stands a 20% chance of pulling through.
He will perform the angiogram.
Dr. Gomez is the surgeon for the operation and talks Paul through the entire surgery.
Paul lies awake on the operating table.
Now we will put local anesthesia in the right arm and put this introducer, this stealth. Small punction.
The high-tech surgery, where a wire will be passed through Paul's blocked arteries, will be performed with him wide awake.
Now you will feel warm in your arm. Now we will put through the arm the catheter to the heart. If you feel any pain or you feel something, you tell us and we tell you if it's normal or not. And now we move the catheter to look for the right coronary artery. I think it's here. The catheter is into your heart. Maybe you feel chest pain. Paul, are you okay? Any pain? We will test if the result is good. 18 atmospheres during 15 seconds. Test. I think it's a good result. I retrieve the wire. This is another artery, it's normal, and this is the culprit vessel for your heart attack. We are put one stent here, and this is the result after the stent. Okay? It's a good result. Your artery is totally open. Okay?
Relieved now.
The blood flow is normal in the artery, and the risk of another heart attack is less than before. I think it's a good result for Mr. Paul.
Hello, Bridget. Hello, Debbie here from the clinic up on there. Are you? Well, everything's fine. Everything's fine. I'll go down and I'll give him your love, okay?
As he recovers in intensive care, an island top away in Ibiza, disaster-struck duo, the 2 Pauls, have been hanging around the hospital for the best part of 6 hours.
Paul!
Hospital fever is getting to mate Paul, and he wants out.
He's just gone in to see the doctor.
Has he?
Yeah.
Another half hour. Spent half the bloody day in it.
Inside the treatment room, Paul has his glassed foot cleaned up. It's been a lad's holiday like no other for the boys after 3 visits to A&E in 10 days.
Call it interesting. So, yeah, they're everywhere. Can't remember much, but it's part of holiday. There's always the dodgy photos to look back on.
At least Paul's enjoying all the attention he's getting.
She's got a very gentle touch.
The nurse applies the final touches to Paul's patched-up foot, and he's free to go.
Okay.
He may be back on his feet, but he's still experiencing discomfort as he hobbles out of the treatment room. It's a sharp exit for the lads, and they're hoping it's going to be their final holiday visit to hospital.
Sums up our baby. Can't sums up this wonderful, wonderful island.
As the 2 Pauls head back to San Antonio, trying to avoid any further incidents or injuries. Back at the Muro Clinic in Mallorca, Geordie giant Neil has been recuperating from his painful dislocated knee. Leanne gives Neil an update on how the kids are back at the hotel.
They're fine. They were sitting with Kev and them having their dinners.
Yeah.
and Kev and Bev's going to try and get on the bus with me back to the airport tomorrow.
The couple were due to fly home today, but instead of sticking together, Neil has told Leanne she must get the children back to the UK as planned, leaving him to fend for himself.
Don't worry.
I won't.
The couple say their farewells.
I'm going to go. Guys, I'll ring you as soon as I get home tomorrow, OK?
But leaving her sick husband behind has been a test of strength for Leanne.
It's the hardest thing I've ever had to do. It's horrible. It's really horrible.
Neil knows how hard it is on his wife.
Because we've never been away from each other. I think there's only one night in 9 years. Yeah, we've been married 8 years.
As Neil suffers the heartache of his family flying home without him, across the island, most holidaymakers are having the time of their lives, soaking up the Mallorcan sun and playing in the surf. But down in the Juanita clinic, Irishman Paul has had 3 heart attacks to contend with. He's making good progress following keyhole surgery to clear his blocked arteries. Wife Bridget and sister Carmel have made the trek back to the hospital and are thrilled that Paul has pulled through his ordeal.
I put the phone down and I was screaming the place down, jumping up and down, and I rang her and said, we're going out tonight, we're going to get drunk, blah, blah, blah. It was brilliant, have a good drink.
And we had a dance.
I had about 4 Picardis. Yeah. Doubles. Now, if he wasn't in here, I would have been doing a bit of Irish dancing the other night because he did a bit of Gaelic. He knows what I'm like when I do the Irish dancing, don't you, Bab? I'll tell you what.
Coming up, Neil has to undergo even more painful treatment to have fluid drained from his basketball-sized knee.
Yes, deep breath.
Richard's potentially fatal spine fracture leaves him nauseous and nervous about what lies ahead. And Paul is determined to make the most of his second chance following his near-fatal heart attacks.
If I see him smoking, I get my boots off his backside.